It's time for a Saturday stroll at Disney Springs. Hey everyone, it's Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast from the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. Today it's a little bit of a gray Saturday, but still a good day to check out what's going on at Disney Springs. And hopefully my gimbal will cooperate with this process. It is 73 on the way up to 78. It's been a little bit of rain spitting on and off, but we'll hope for the best. Today we're going to take a little stroll. Mark, hello to you, and Wesley Chapel, good morning. Tanya, good morning, and happy Saturday to you as well. Thanks for joining. So we are going to head over towards the World of Disney store, maybe stroll through a little bit, make our way over past the Pin Traders, the Rainforest Cafe, and then we'll head back towards the central area before we make our way over to the west side. Joanne, hello to you. Peggy says the Keys storms have been crazy. I read about that. I hope everything is okay for you. Mitchell in Western Illinois and Anne Marie in Queens, New York. Good to see you. Welcome to Disney Springs. Normally I say that I'm in a spot to send you a little bit of Disney and Florida sunshine, but not so much sunshine today. A little bit of gray, a little bit of rain. Hopefully the rain will hold up. I've got my umbrella, so I anticipate it's not going to rain. Rudy, hello to you in rainy New Jersey. Christine, let Saturday begin. There should be a t-shirt. Just saying, there should be a t-shirt. Keith says, is it time for a strolling shameless plug? Keith, I love the way you think, and today you win the award of my undying appreciation for prompting a shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. If you or anyone you know would like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Joseph in Baltimore, hello to you. Susan in South Florida, nice to see you. Rhonda on YouTube, thanks for joining. Always fun to check out the windows here at the World of Disney store. Always decked out for the various seasons of the year. Let's see, Halloween is upon us. It's strange, I almost feel like Halloween should be over since it's been going on for the past 2 months almost, but it's not even here yet. Mickey and Minnie and their Halloween favorites. Joanne says, Christmas stuff out yet in the World of Disney? We'll go in and take a peek. My guess is not quite yet, but maybe they'll have a little spot here or there. Usually November 1st, everything sort of automatically and magically flips over to Christmas time. And actually, it seems like everything happens in a night, but it sort of happens over a week or two. Elmer, good morning to you. Thank you for sharing the stroll. Appreciate that. Diane, good morning to you. Starbucks here is busy as usual. Getting their morning caffeine fix. Let's head over here to the World of Disney store. Linda, 53 days to go. Heather says, let's get a Dole Whip flight. That sounds pretty good. And we are in. You can see World of Disney is all decked out for Halloween. And actually, someone was asking about Christmas, and here you go. I'm a little surprised, but it seems like Halloween and Christmas are overlapping and coexisting. You can see some Christmas trees, some Mickey stockings, Minnie stockings. Very nice. Emily, hello to you. Still saying it's waiting on YouTube. Okay, thank you for that. I had a little bit of a problem starting up the broadcast today and just decided to give it a go, so it may not work as expected. They're kind of fun. Let's see what else we got going on for Christmas time. You got some Mickey ear ornaments here. like a throw blanket, kind of fun. So sweatshirts. Today might be a decent day for sweatshirt actually, even though it's 73 and people up north probably think that's warm. A little cold for us in Florida. Kind of fun designs. The ever-growing collection of Lounge 5 bags, Mickey and Peppermint inspired. And some Crocs. Christmas Crocs. Who would have thought it? Also, $70. All right. Let's get back closer to the season in which we are sitting. Let's head toward the back here and see what the Halloween stuff looks like. Caitlin has 67 in Reno, Nevada. Happy early Saturday morning to you. Susan has 76, normally a couple degrees up on us in South versus Central Florida. James, good morning. Watching broadcast on a break from work. James, thank you for coming in on YouTube. Appreciate that. Iona said it's time for Christmas shopping. I think it must be. It was fun to come into the World of Disney store. So many options. Like this Stitch. That's fun. Would that be like a candy jar, sort of? Might be. Cute means Halloween. A Mickey ghost. So it looks like we have at least some Halloween merchandise out here. Actually, a lot of Halloween merchandise out here. I wonder how much this pumpkin is. That's a major candy going on right there. Linda says, a beautiful day in Chicago. Elmer said he's got YouTube. All right, good to know. Here's a light up pumpkin. Pretty good size, too. We do have some things that are not going to take up your entire attic. Here's a whole slew of Mickey pumpkins. Kind of cool. And one thing that I think is relatively new, I don't remember seeing in the past, are these Mickey Mouse Halloween light-up wreaths, which remind me of what are installed in Main Street, USA, so kind of fun. Judy has 59 in South Jersey, not looking forward to the wind and rain. Stay warm. Hope you have a pleasant day as much as possible. And we got little candy corns inside the Mickey trick-or-treat. Fun. Janet's going to have a high of 61. Lori, good morning to you in North Dakota. Nice to see you. Oh, popcorn. Halloween popcorn mix, caramel and apple flavored. That sounds pretty darn good. And check out this cider drink mix. Red apple, sweet pear, and cinnamon apple. Nicole, good morning to you. Hello, Belkis. Halloween fan. It's kind of fun at Disney always to look up. You can see that there are some Halloween projections and some various displays up near the ceiling. Debbie, hello to you. Beautiful Cape Cod. Marcia says, where is this store? Marcia, we are at the World of Disney store in Disney Springs. Actually, I think there should be typically a projection going on right there in the center, but it seems like maybe it's taking a day off. Sandy, a beautiful sunny day in Chicago, high of 68. Cedar, as you call it cedar, we call it cider. Let's call the whole thing off. Jennifer's not a candy corn fan. They should be chocolate. If I had to pick between candy corn and chocolate, I'd definitely pick chocolate. But eating a few candy corns each year is sort of part of the tradition for me. It's kind of fun. Yeah. Sort of cool to see all of these fun displays in the floor. Projected on the floor, I guess you would say. Rudy says he likes that huge pumpkin. That would look great in the front yard, wouldn't it? Problem is, where do you put it after October 31st comes and goes? All right, I'm going to walk towards this end of the the World of Disney store, even though we couldn't come in this way, or at least a few minutes ago we couldn't. Well, it looks like maybe this door is operating now. We'll see. He says wants the Mickey wreath for his door. It's a nice touch. I really like the design of it. Kathy, 8 months to go for a few days in Disney World and then a cruise on the Disney Fantasy. Good for you. Hope you have a great trip. My next Disney cruise is planned for next September. Further away than I like, but it's the way she goes. Robin, hello to you in Pennsylvania. Very huggable and apparently adorable. Lots and lots and lots of plush. It's interesting that this section of the store is often dedicated to the current season, like Halloween, for example. But now Halloween is in the other section of the store. I guess they're mixing it up a bit. I always like the way they display the plush, like they're all sort of seated in nice little rows. Got to imagine that some poor cast member spends his or her entire day rearranging these as kids come up and grab them and put them back in not quite the right way. Melissa, 2 weeks from today, good for you. Barbara, hello, coming in November. Heather, definitely ready for a Disney cruise. 8 years since the last one, wow. That's been a while, you are due for a cruise. I like the neon-like effects in the signs, pretty cool. Rhonda says, think an Alaskan Disney cruise sounds like fun. I think that would be a lot of fun as well. Many, many years ago, I went on a Alaska cruise, and I just felt like I was entering pristine territory that just was naturally beautiful. Allison says, need to do a Disney cruise. I've never been on one. And when I first saw the pricing on Disney cruises, and for many years, I thought, no, that's just too expensive. And then I went on one, and I thought, it's a decent value. It is a luxury sort of experience, something I have to save up for, but something I always enjoy immensely. It's relaxing, the food is good, the service is next level. If you haven't been on a Disney cruise, I would highly recommend one. As Ferris Bueller would say, if you have the means. Gwen said, Alaska cruise with Disney is super expensive. Yes, I think all the cruises with Disney are super expensive. Morgan, good morning to you. All right, World of Disney store, pretty fun. Susan in wet and cold Pennsylvania. We had a little bit of wet here earlier today, but so far, so good. Paula heading to Disneyland on Monday with a family of 10. Good for you. That should be a lot of fun. So the Ghirardelli store here is straight ahead. I remember the good old days when they gave out free chocolate, and I would often stop by and take advantage. They made it up in ice cream sales on me though, so not like I was winning in the end. Carol says, loves the Disney cruise. Emily, 349 days until a cruise on a Disney treasure. Can't wait. Sounds like fun. Hope you have a great voyage. Kathy says, what's where Wolfgang Puck used to be? So the Wolfgang Puck, I'd say fast casual, was over here in the corner, and now it is Eat, an Indian restaurant. We'll see if we can take a peek in. Mary Martin says, how about some candy? We might be able to stick our head in the candy shop up here. Goofy's Candy Company. Always fun also to check out what's going on at the co-op. I think it's a very interesting space, always designed to be sort of changed and updated and swapped out. Morgan going to Disney for 1 week next year. It's been too long. Glad you're getting a chance to go. Deborah says, that was wonderful going to shop after we're done. A D-Tech on demand where you can print your own phone case. More Halloween stuff. The show called Vault got these sort of classic televisions. Very cool. I like some of these retro designs. A member of the Mickey Mouse Club shirt. That's cool. I would wear that. This looks like a Mr. Toad vehicle, if I remember correctly. Complete with 2 steering wheels. Check out this shirt. Peace, love, and castles. Very classic designs on these hats. Very fun. Walt Disney World Goes Halloween logo. All right, and then you got to get ready for a little bit of a cute overload right here. There is a Mickey ghost wearing a Mickey hat with a Mickey pumpkin and a soda glass. Very fun. Ann says, have a big screen TV on YouTube and Facebook on photo for chatting and running at the same time. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. Greg said, so would I wear that t-shirt. They got some great stuff in this spot right here. Many times I like the old school. Fun sort of baseball inspired button down shirts. Very fun. A little bit of Maleficent flavor here. A little bit of Ursula flavor here. Here's another one I would wear right here. This Figment shirt. Very fun. Mitchell says he needs a baseball jersey. Alan says, anyone know what store that is? So we are in the Vault section of the Co-op at Disney Springs. This may or may not be here the next time you come. This whole Co-op concept is designed for frequent swap outs. And you can even see that a lot of the displays are on wheels or not real permanent. They're not like nailed down to the floor. This one, I think called Centerpiece, if I remember right, Kitchen Goods, is often here. It seems like it's a winner. Always fun to see the kitchen accessories. Vicky said, just bought the Mickey baseball shirt for a trip to Disneyland in November. Nice choice. It'll be fun to wear there. I remember many years ago there was I'll call it a fancy dress section here in the back. And there was a pirate dress that she really loved, but was very expensive and she didn't have the money for it. And then this whole part of the store just swapped out. No more pirate dresses, no more dresses at all. She missed the chance. So I guess life lesson learned, if you have the means and you see something in the Co-op that you like, probably good to get it because it may not be around the next time you return. Cindy, good morning to you in chilly New York. Looks like a lot of Nightmare Before Christmas. Scott, hello to you on YouTube from New Jersey. Nice to see you. Melanie says, so fun feeling like we're there. And it's not going to make your credit card ache with extra payments too. So, a little bonus. This is a fun shirt right here. Check this out on the back of the Haunted Mansion. $999. The approximate number of ghosts in the mansion. fun to check out the co-op. Anna Elizabeth never understood The Nightmare Before Christmas. You know, I typically enjoy most everything that Disney pumps out, but I gotta tell you, I've tried to watch Nightmare Before Christmas a couple times, and I know it's many people's favorite, and for those of you who enjoy it, Mazel Tov, very happy for you. But for me, I just couldn't get into that movie, and I've tried a couple times. Rhonda said her kitchen could get a makeover with the centerpiece shop there. Keith says, funny how the 9 looks like a meat hook too. Very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. All right, so straight ahead is the Earl of Sandwich shop. Haven't been in there a while, but it is coming up to the time where I should make a visit for the holiday turkey sandwich, which is like Thanksgiving on a bun. It's a carb explosion, but oh, it's a good one. Turkey, dressing, cranberry sauce, all good stuff. Fall into magic. Keith says, hate Nightmare Before Christmas. Funny thing is, we went to an anniversary of the film and won a 52-inch HD TV. Oh, 52-inch HD TV. Wow, so it sounds like it paid off. Very nice, congratulations. I think it was Tanya asked if I was going to the Halloween party. So I did go to the very first Halloween party, which seems like it was ages ago. I think it was back in later August. And I was able to do a broadcast. There's a reel on Facebook of the Headless Horseman. So I did do that. It was hot, but I still enjoyed it. Did get a little bit of trick-or-treating in, so you can go back and look through some of the older posts at worldofwalt.com or Facebook or YouTube and check out some of the video. It was fun, and at this point, I believe all of the Halloween parties are sold out, and the Christmas parties are starting to sell out as well. Amelia says, 5-year-old grandson loves Nightmare Before Christmas. Good for her. Good for him, excuse me. Iona says, Earl of Sandwiches are wonderful. Get one every trip. Get one for the flight home. That's a good idea. Joan says, not too crowded for Saturday morning. We are the early birds here today. I think many of the stores just start to open at 10. So, all right, so there was a question or a comment earlier today about what was in the spot where the Wolfgang Puck quick service used to be, and now it is Eat by Minette Shauna. Excuse me if I'm messing that up. I gotta say, it smells very good right here. It smells like Indian food, which I do enjoy very much. Take a quick look at the menu. And you can definitely recognize the former Wolfgang Puck architectural style here. Let's see what we got. Bread service, tandoori chicken poutine. That's interesting. Tandoori chicken pakoras. And this is where I get into spots where I just can't pronounce things very well. Samosas. Street style puffed rice salad. Samosa chopped salad. Specialty breads. Build your own bowl. I'm all about that. Rice, cauliflower, or salad. And chicken, paneer, shrimp, cauliflower. And then your sauce. Sounds good. And additions, fries, chutney, salad, yogurt, curry, rice. I've not tried this restaurant yet, but it would be a fun thing to do. I've heard good things about it. And I think it's kind of good that Disney is getting some different cultural food options here. Tracy said, price is not too bad. Jennifer and Mark on YouTube says, looks yummy. All right, the Disney Days of Christmas. Always fun to pop in here. Smells like Christmas in here all the time. I think this may be one of the older stores that has survived all of the changes of the Disney Marketplace, Downtown Disney, Disney Springs adjustments over the years. I always think it's fun that it looks like you are under the Christmas trees here. That some of these displays in this area look like the base of a Christmas tree, and then hanging above you are the branches and the lights and the ornaments. Excuse me. Eileen says, loves the Christmas store. There's always so many things to look at. And there's an ornament where you can put your photo in, kind of fun. Or I guess use it as a mirror if you wanted to. Always fun to see the dated merchandise. There's a Cinderella coach, looks kind of fun. If you're a Star Wars fan, this R2-D2 would be a winner. Brett said that the Disney Headless Horseman is the best version of that story. Lynn loves the Christmas shop. You always wanted the keys to the kingdom. Here you go, you can buy one. Take a look at a couple more. Oh yeah, here's lots of hugging bear. I think he's in the back of a dump truck. There's Woody doing some lasso tricks. Very cool. Mary Martin says, great store, always smells good. That it does. Gary, 145 days to go. Hope that you have a good time. And yes, a little bit of Halloween does make its way into the Christmas store. And Elizabeth says, have a miniature Christmas village with a Disney section. That store is dangerous to the wallet. Yes, it is, as many Disney locations are. So this is something I always think is kind of fun. So there is a fireplace in the corner in Florida with a video of a fire going. So it always actually looks very pretty. And I wouldn't mind an extra little few degrees here today. Like a frozen fairy sort of room. All right, we continue our tour of Disney Springs. Peggy says it's a video fire. That it is. The Wonderworks of Memories. I think they've got custom printed shirts, or at least they used to. I'm not sure if they do that anymore. Maybe that's back when Hanes or some other shirt company used to sponsor. Art of Disney, always fun. Also an extremely dangerous store for the wallet. Beautiful artwork in here. Jamie says, always stop by the Christmas decorations, I think. So, Jamie, thank you for joining on YouTube. Appreciate that. So this is sort of a fun spot in our social media driven world, a place where you can stand in front of a background and take your picture with some Disney Junior friends. Tracy says, loves the art of Disney. Arlene says, loves this stroll. Thank you, Arlene. Appreciate your being here. Rainforest Cafe, looking good. Janice says, makes her want an Earl sandwich. I could go for one of those as well. HR said, thought it used to be a scrapbook store in the early 2000s. I think you're right. I believe that is true. So speaking of dangerous stores, Goofy's Candy Company, we'll take a peek in here. I think every person who walks in gains at least a half pound just in the smell of sugar. I think that happens to me. But some of the treats that they have in a case, so good. This is dangerous too, like bulk candy that you pay by the weight. Somehow, it always seems like it ends up being far more expensive. These non-Parellis, or whatever they're called, so good. Various Skittles, not too big of a Skittles fan. But these bananas, these sour bananas, yeah, I could go for that. This is just like hardened sugar joy right here. And who doesn't need some jelly beans? Jackie says Rainforest Cafe is a favorite. Jelly beans, jelly beans, jelly beans. Oh, these are all jelly bellies too. Fun. Nonpareils is how it's pronounced. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that. I think I've been saying that wrong for eternity. Always fun to look at the case. Yeah, there's some good looking cupcakes right there. Just a little bit of frosting. And these Mickey apples, which I always consider an investment in art as opposed to something to eat. $14.49. I remember the days when they were $10 each. I thought they were a lot then. All right, enough sugar for one day. Allison said she'll take one of everything in the case. That'll look good. So this is what I would call a little hidden gem here at Disney Springs, the Lava Lounge, which is a bar selling adult beverages. Almost a little hidden if you don't know to look for it. But it's got a great view of the water and paddlefish. So if you've never checked it out, I'd recommend it. Mitchell, thanks for putting the link to the World of Walt store into the chat. You can always go to worldofwalt.com/store or worldofwaltstore.com, both work. You can get links over to like a Magical Countdown calendar, the t-shirt shop, as well as the ever-popular Pin of the Month Club. Lori says, can I tell you about the Pin of the Month Club? Lori, I absolutely can. Thank you for prompting a shameless plug. You win the award of my undying appreciation. So the Pin of the Month Club allows you to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month. If you're interested in learning all the details, including prices and plans, and signing up, you can head over to pinofthemonthclub.com. Tammy, good morning. Glad that you made it. Jake from Tulsa, Oklahoma, happy Saturday to you. There's a bit of a gray day here. It was raining when I first arrived at the Lime Garage. But still have gray clouds, but it seems like the weather is better. World of Disney store off in the background, as well as the Lego store. And the Lego dragon, I guess, serpent, who's been in the water here for many years. It's kind of fun to see. So you may have heard about the very interesting story from probably about a month ago now, where someone came up using scuba gear and swam up to paddlefish, went into the manager's office and stole about $10,000 in cash, put their wetsuit back on and swam away. It's not often that you hear about robbery from a Disney location, but so that happens, I guess. Gabriella, hello to you from Brazil. That's a Disney trip coming up. Thank you for watching on YouTube. So the fact that that person swam up to the location, there's actually a picture in the news media about the robber spray painting one of the security cameras. Makes me think they knew what they were doing. Pam says, lots of memories flooding back from the last trip in 2006. Went to paddlefish a few years ago. Really nice seafood there. Rudy says, sounds like an inside job. That's what I was thinking too. Somebody who really knew what they were doing. How else would you know where the manager's office is? Jeff says, introduced grandkids to oysters at Paddlefish earlier this year. How fun. Good that you did that. Peggy said, probably a bitter former employee. That is a distinct possibility. Got to imagine that there are people looking through lots of records and film these days. Robert said, any word on the Liberty Bell? So many of you know that in the Magic Kingdom, Disney is working to reimagine the rivers of America on which the Liberty Bell used to take tours. Last time I saw, I think it may have been a picture by BioReconstruct from his airplane, that the Liberty Bell was parked backstage at the Magic Kingdom. I have not heard what might happen to that vessel. I do hope that it finds a different home, but it was very purpose-built for riding on a track. So yes, it has an engine and propulsion. I have no idea, it may not even have any steering or not much. So I don't think it's going to be a plug and play and giving it a different life, but I do hope that they figure something out. David said, what about the alligators in the water? I was thinking the same thing. I'm not sure that $9,000 for the possibility of eaten by a gator is worth it. Although I've got to imagine that, especially in that area, Disney does do what they can to control the wildlife. But it's Florida. What I always say is, if it's a natural body of water, you should assume there's an alligator in it, because they are everywhere. Mitchell says, loves the orange bird mural. Me too. That's a lot of fun. All right, straight ahead, the Boathouse.
Just so you know.
Excellent restaurant. I've been there a couple times. I've got to say that the food and service is superior. It's a little on the pricey side, but again, as Ferris Bueller says, if you have the means, I highly recommend it. Linda says, has a Boathouse reservation for the next trip. Good for you. I hope that you enjoy it. Barbie says, build a fifth park and put the Liberty Bell back in service. Rock on, I like the way you think. Jody says, loves the Boathouse. Kind of a fun feature here are these aqua cars, amphicar, I guess, where the car can ride around in the land and then drive right into the water, and it becomes a boat. Very cool. Shelley said, should have stopped by Aaron McKenna's Bakery. I saw that. Robert says, favorite restaurant at Disney Springs. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I've got to say that the Boathouse is near the top of the list. I'll also say that I am a huge fan of Blaze Pizza, where you can sort of build your own pizza Chipotle style. Although not really a restaurant per se, I'm also a big fan of Gideon's Bakehouse. I will sometimes wait in line. As you might be able to see over here to our left, many people are queued up here, probably several hundred, waiting to get in and buy their cookies. The cookies really are that good. It's just that you gotta wait, and it's expensive. There is a second Gideon's location in Orlando, and I've actually driven to it like 30 minutes away and picked up cookies and came back, and I think it was faster than waiting in line here. Because while they're popular there, it's not like the line out the door all day, every day. So many good places. The Ganachery, they've got great chocolates there. Very expensive, very small, very, very high quality. Al says, thanks for the new tour. Good morning. You are welcome. Deborah says, last time I was here was 2014. Really grown and looks wonderful. It really has changed a lot in the past handful of years. Expanded so many different options. I saw somewhere, and I meant to sort of check it out to verify, that Disney Springs might welcome more guests each year than the Magic Kingdom. Which, I could see that. I could see that. A lot of locals who might not have a pass could come here. People who've got a partial day could come here. Parking is free, entrance is free. So I could believe it. Jody said Edison is great. Yes, I've been there. I enjoy that very much. Maria and Enzo's over here to the right. Very nice. And actually, as soon as this broadcast is over, I have the very good fortune to be attending a media event at Enzo's Hideaway, which is straight ahead here, where they're doing Walt Disney World's first food and non-alcoholic beverage pairing. So it's going to be fun to experience that. Takes lots of pictures and videos, so look for more information about that new event or new offering here this weekend. So there have been plenty of instances of food and alcoholic drink beverage pairings, but surprisingly none of food and non-alcoholic pairings. So that'll be fun. Recently remodeled Starbucks over to our right, along with a balloon. A little bit windy for a balloon today. HR says non-alcoholic pairings, very cool. Susan, thank you. I will enjoy the event. So I'll be able to go for about, 5 more minutes or so. I did want to mention that next week there will not be a live broadcast. I have a high school friend coming into town, so we're going to be taking the Brightline train to the south. It'll be a fun Saturday to reconnect with someone who I have many, many years of history with, so looking forward to that. Karen said I had a great time on the balloon ride one time. You know, I have never been on a balloon before. I think it would be a lot of fun. Just one of those things I have not done. Denise says, had fun, thank you. Mitchell said, enjoy. Thank you so much, appreciate that. Lucille says, there in March didn't seem much because of rain. Glad to give you a little tour here at Disney Springs. So over here to the right is the food truck area, and the Four Rivers Cantina is here. So Four Rivers is a local barbecue place. I'm fairly certain they're local. Got a handful of locations, and it's one of my favorite places to go. So if you enjoy barbecue, and maybe if you're not from Texas or Kansas City where barbecue is an institution, that I would recommend it. The food, in my opinion, is excellent. Four Rivers. You see the big 4R there. Rudy says, deserve a Saturday off every once in a while. Thank you for that. Heather said, the friend doesn't like Disney as much as we do. Well, you know, we probably are going to head to a Disney water park on Sunday if the weather cooperates. But he wanted to check out Brightline, so that's what we're going to do. Martin said, well, miss me next Saturday. Thank you for that. Joanne says, barbecue is best in North Carolina. Peggy says, great Kansas City barbecue in the Keys. Pop's Barbecue. Wow, that sounds interesting. It's been a while since I've been to the Keys, and especially down far south as Key West, but would be something fun to do one of these times. It's pretty windy here. I hope that not too much wind noise is coming up here.
No, don't do that.
Robert said, how about a shameless pin plug? Robert, thank you for asking. You win the award of my undying appreciation. If you'd like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every single month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Now featuring exclusive World of Walt pins made only for club members. Authentic Disney, limited edition, delivered straight to your home with no lines or waiting. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Tammy says, what to do next week without a broadcast?
Don't touch your face.
This is the question. So salt and straw ice cream here. Well, this place is relatively new. I think this is where the cigar shop used to be, maybe. signature candles. Interesting. Salt and Straw, I've had their ice cream before. It was very good. I liked it. Another favorite place, another favorite restaurant here, the Summer House on Blake. I've been here a couple times and found the food to be very, very good. They also have an amazing cookie bar. But at Splitsville Luxury Lanes, you don't normally think that a bowling alley would have especially good food and good sushi, but they do here. So also can recommend Splitsville. Jaleo by Jose Andres. Very nice. Also a little on the pricey side. You can see the M&M store up here and the Cirque du Soleil Drawn to Life. Had a couple opportunities to see Drawn to Life, and it's an amazing show with amazing talented people. So level 99 up here where the former Disney Quest used to be is posted some job openings for their opening crew. So while it's hard to tell from the outside, I'm guessing on the inside that they made a lot of really good progress at switching over to this new experience. I think it's going to be a winner. So it's got a big food component to it, some escape rooms, arcade games, sort of like a refreshed version of Disney Quest. So it should be fun. Alan, we will see you in a couple weeks. Keith says Travel Zoo has discount tickets for Drawn to Life. Interesting. Good to know. It's a great show. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend it. Like all the Cirque du Soleil presentations, they just have amazing, talented, athletic, and artistic performers in the show. Teresa says Everglaze is epic. I have never yet had an Everglaze donut. They do look really good. Like, they look really good. Mitchell said, miss the huge video game arcade. The good old days of Disney Quest. That was a lot of fun. So we can see here the teaser preview for level 99. Epic challenges. It's like escape rooms. Epic, is that falls or fails? I'm not sure. It almost looks like a obstacle course. Handcrafted cocktails, which is what you want to do before you go on an obstacle course. That's a lot of fun. Next level food. Looks like some good stuff. Level 99 won't be long. All right, everyone, I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you so much for joining me here at Disney Springs for a bit of a gray, slightly rainy walkabout, but appreciate you were joining. It was a lot of fun to check out some of the stores. As I mentioned earlier, next week I will not be able to do a live broadcast because I'll be hanging out with a friend from high school who will be in town. But I appreciate your being here. Thank you, as always, for the likes and the comments and the shares. Look later this weekend for some information from the Enzo's Hideaway food and non-alcoholic beverage pairing event that I'll be attending here just starting in a few minutes. Looking forward to that. So thank you for joining, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And until next time, God bless.